What's going on, guys? My name is Terrill Herrmann. Today is May 15th, 2020, and today I'm going to be doing an aquarium update. I haven't done this since I first started my channel, so I'm going to be going through all the fish I have, all the tanks I have, all the scientific names of the fish, and all that good stuff. So as you can see, there's a new tank set up behind me with an Arowana in it. We actually have two Arowanas now, so this is the Giardini, or Sclerophagus Giardini. So this is an 140-gallon tank, and I'm using a sponge filter with a power head, as well as an overflow system and a sump pump down here. So this guy eats mostly shrimp, or only shrimp now because he's picky. This is a bit small of a tank for him. I did grow him out in the 9-foot tank, but now that he's almost full size, he's full right in here. So considering the lighting, he looks pretty awesome. I just have to fix the slight algae problem, and I'll grab some shrimp to throw them for you guys. So in total, throughout all my aquariums, I have 25 fish. I know, only 25. I had way more before, but not any fry now. Mostly just fish that I actually like and want to keep. And the majority of the tanks, like this one, just have one big fish in them. So as far as this guy goes, I feed him medium Pacific white shrimp. I just cut them in half. There we go. Oh yeah, just bite my hand there. Nice. So he has pretty nice orange pearls throughout his scales as well as on his tail, as you can see. That's probably my favorite part about the fish, and in an effort to bring out those colors, I fed him mostly salmon when I was raising him up, as when I did get the fish he was about 3-4 inches long, so now I'd say he's about 16, so I've had him for 2 years. He's gotten pretty big. We'll move on to the next tank. So this is my 6-foot, 180-gallon aquarium. It's filtered by 2 Aquaclear 110s and a Fluval FX6, so pretty good filtration on here. There's 18 of the 25 fish I have in this tank, and so we'll start with kind of the oddball fish. There's a Madagascar rainbow, also known as Bedotia madagascariensis, and then there's the Bichir down there. He is a Delhaize Bichir, also known as Polypterus delhaize. And then the other Bichir, the little guy, it'll be kind of hard to find him. Yeah, I can't spot him. Oh, there he is. He's hanging out at the back by the heater. And that's a Senegal Bichir, or Polypterus senegalis. And then I also have a cuckoo catfish, or Synodontis multipunctatus, but he's also going to be a very hard one to find. And so those are kind of my oddball fish that are in the tank. As far as cichlids go, here's my red severum. Both the red and green severum are just classified as Hero severus. So there's the red severum right there, and there's the green severum right there. And then there's the Thai silk flowerhorn. There's no scientific name for that fish because it's a man-made fish. It's just crossbred. And then I have 2 firemouth cichlids as well. And the firemouth cichlids, the scientific name for them is Thorichtheus miki. Also, just a side note, I'm probably pronouncing all the scientific names wrong, so don't judge me, but I don't actually know how to pronounce them. And then there's 3 Jack Dempseys. Those guys are classified as Rocaio octofasciata. And that's pretty much it for the cichlids, aside from the green terror. He's hiding out at the back there. He is one of the cooler fish. I've put a couple pictures of him on my Instagram, but he's kind of hiding right now, so it'll be hard to see him. He's classified as an Andinoacara rivulatus. And then that's it for the cichlids. There's 5 Plecostomus in here. All of them are pretty much impossible to see. Right there is the vampire pleco, which is the L240. Just underneath him is the royal pleco. He's an L190. If you can get him at the back here, there is a sunshine or goldie pleco. He's definitely the most expensive one in the tank. You can just kind of see his tail there. Like I said, most of the plecos are hard to see, so they're pretty much impossible to record on a moment's notice, but the Sunshine or Goldie is an LO14. And then there's also an L18 Gold Nugget Pleco. Again, pretty much impossible to find them on a moment's notice. And then there's just a regular L83 Sailfin Pleco. So in total, there's 5 Plecos. I'm not sure how many cichlids off the top of my head, and then a couple oddball fish. So this is definitely the most stock tank in my house, and that's why I have all the filtration. And I'm also not going to go over in this video anything about the lights, just because there's different lights on all the different tanks. I'll make a separate video if you guys want about lighting. Some are fluorescent, some are LEDs. That's just a completely different ball game for me to talk about. So as far as this video pertains, it's just going to be the fish in the tanks, the size of the tanks, and the filtration. So we'll move on to the next tank. So behind me is my 29-gallon aquarium, definitely one of the smaller tanks. The only fish in here is a Compa flowerhorn. I've had him ever since he came in from Thailand when he was about that big. So he's grown up. He didn't turn out as nice as I'd like to, so I'm probably going to get rid of him. But he has a little bit of a nuchal hump forming, and other than that, the coloration on his tail and his finnage is pretty nice, but the overall coloration on his body isn't too great. As far as filtration on this tank, just an AquaClear 70 is all it needs, considering it's such a small tank. And I feed him mostly Hikari Blood Red Parrot, just to bring out his colors, and shrimp, like brine shrimp, white Pacific shrimp, mysis shrimp, and all that good stuff. Flowerhorns eat pretty much anything. They're not picky like Arowana, so you can feed them pretty much whatever you want. So this tank is a 72-gallon bow front. It is filtered by, again, an AquaClear 70, as well as a sponge filter. This sponge filter is powered by an air pump. And this tank only has 4 fish in it. We have a flagtail and 3 Xingu peacock bass. The flagtail is also known as a Semiprocholotus insignis, and the scientific name for the Xingu bass are Cichla timensis. So the peacock bass, I'm just growing them out in a 72-gallon tank. They do get pretty massive, as well as the flagtail. See if we can get a good shot of the flagtail. The flagtail is one of my personal favorite fish. As you saw in my last video I posted, when I had the flowerhorn in here, which has since died, there was major algae blooms in the tank, and this guy pretty much lives off of algae, and he can clean the tank up overnight from a full algae bloom to a clean tank like this. And he has pretty awesome coloration on his tail. So as you can see, this Arowana pretty much eats right out of my hand. I just got him. He's absolutely my favorite fish. He is a Panda blue-based crossback gold Asian Arowana. He cost me about $800, so definitely more on the expensive side as far as fish go, but that's a pretty good value. Hopefully I'll be able to sell him for more than that. The tank he's in now is my 9-foot 180-gallon tank, so this tank is 9 feet long, 2 feet deep, and 14 inches high. So comes in just under 180 gallons. It's powered by 4 AquaClear 110 filters. And I'll give him another shrimp here. Okay. So definitely a very special fish, as he is an Asian Arowana. Eats right out of my hand. He's significantly less picky than the Giardini Arowana. He eats salmon, pellets, worms, pretty much anything I give him he's fine with eating. And just really awesome coloration. He's starting to develop a little bit of purple and blue on his scales, as he is a blue-based crossback. And he's got the red on the underside of all of his fins. So this is my certificate of authenticity with the chip number for the Asian Arowana. If you wanted to take a look at that, like I said, it is from a Panda farm. When I get access to a chip reader, I'll double check his chip, but I know the guy who ordered it in, so I'm fairly confident that it does match up with the certification. Just a pretty cool certificate. Again, really special fish. Just goes to show how important of a fish the Asian Arowana are in the hobby. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. That's all of the 25 fish that I currently have in my house. 601 gallons, so just like when I made my first video, still over 600 gallons. There's probably going to be some changes coming before I make my next aquarium update video, as I do have an empty 180 gallon in my bedroom that I didn't show, as well as the empty 90 gallon that's above the flower horn. So by the time I make my next video, I might have a couple less tanks, but I'll try to keep it around 500, 600 gallons. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Giardini Arowana. Just lots of things are up in the air right now as far as what fish I'm getting. Hopefully in the near future we'll be putting some stingrays in this tank. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, sorry if I messed up all the scientific names for the fish. Also, on that note, the scientific name for that Asian Arowana is Sclerophagus formosus, rather than Sclerophagus giardini, but the Arowana family is Sclerophagus in general. Like I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave any feedback in the comments below, what your favorite fish is, what fish you're not really into, what you'd like to see with any future tanks, aquascapes. I might be getting into marine, so if anybody has any tips or advice on that, let me know. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and everybody stay healthy out there, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.